What's up guys, we've got another driving test leaving from Birmingham, Garrett's Green. This one went out at Sunday at 2 o'clock. As always, any faults that do appear will be popping up on the screen as they happen. So first thing to point out about a Sunday test is you can see that this road is nowhere near as busy as it normally is. We've got the usual illegal cars parked up on the right and left hand side from that dodgy garage, but that's pretty much it. There isn't any of those huge containers you're going to have to wheedle your way through. So far, quite an easy start. With this person with the door open, they gave them absolutely plenty of space. It was just over a door's width gap. Pedestrians are very heavily protected, so he did the right thing by giving them as much space as he could. So at the end of this road, they're going right. Let's see how busy it is today. So they were stuck there for a little bit, nothing too huge. The car to the right did flash them to let them through, and that car had reduced its speed, so it was safe to move out with that car flashing. They have really good positioning throughout this entire roundabout, and they came off on the left hand side. Now they've got through the hardest part of the test, which I always say is the first few minutes. Throughout the test centre, they haven't got any faults at the moment. Happy days. Coming off this roundabout can be quite tight. Keep your eyes open, because if there is an oncoming road user, things can get very narrow there. And as always, you've got all the cars parked up on the left hand side, you've got the crossing. A lot is going on here, especially at the weekend. This bit can get extremely busy. The roundabout's packed, they're holding back, waited for a good suitable gap, moved off straight away. And the speed that they had here was severely reduced. That's why the gap was acceptable. If they'd have been faster, then there would be a fault there. But they kept it really quite slow. There was equal space either side, no large oncoming vehicles, so that was fine. I know it didn't look slow, but this video is severely sped up, because otherwise it'd just be boring. On this stretch lately, everybody seems to be going quite slow. I'm not sure if it's because of the view or what, but at the moment the speed was about 23-24 miles per hour. When they looked around, realised it was 30, they then picked up the speed. But it was a little bit too late, so they did pick up one driving fault for speed. And the independent driving is now set up. They are following a sat-nav. Just as a reminder to everyone, when you are following the sat-nav, do not trust the speed it says that you are doing. GPS speedos are very different to the speedos on your car. Most examiners tell you this, but if they don't, please remember it. And also the TomTom speed limit can't be trusted. There's been too many speed limit changes in Birmingham. Really good observations moving off, no issues. Coming into these roads, they can sometimes be quite busy with cars parked up over the sides. Today, it's actually alright. There will be a lot of mirror checks needed down this stretch, simply because you're going to be passing a lot of parked cars, so centre mirror right mirror each time, centre mirror left mirror as you return. Always look for Hannah and Omar in your mirrors. They might be cycling past you for all you know. So here, at the end of the road, they're turning left. They gave the pedestrian there absolute tons of room, which is fantastic, but they did get very close to the large vehicle on the left. So they did pick up one driving fault there for clearance. Down this stretch, you'll notice the cars are parked up on the left, not both sides. If they're parked up on one side, you can quite easily fit two cars just at a reduced speed, which my learner did here perfectly. If they're ever parked on both sides, it would be a very tight gap and I wouldn't recommend taking it. Now at this roundabout you don't have to follow the 12 o'clock rule. In fact, it would probably be safest if you don't. My learner stuck to the inside of the roundabout, had good observations coming off. So far, they're driving fantastic. Here's an example where cars are parked either side, you're definitely not going to fit two vehicles down there. Now, coming up is a set of awkward roundabouts. The reason that they're slightly awkward is because you have to go straight ahead in the right hand lane. It's not this one here before you say anything. So at this point here, the sat nav says cross the roundabout, take the second exit. It doesn't say straight ahead, but look at the floor markings. They tell you everything you need to know. The roundabout board to the left shows you second exit is straight ahead. Handled really, really well. At the next roundabout, it says the same thing. Cross the roundabout, take the second exit. If you look at the roundabout board, you can see that it's for straight ahead. Now we must look at the floor markings to see what lane straight ahead is. There was a clue on a white board. And my learner figured it out perfectly. They stuck to the right hand lane, which is for straight ahead, so they must take the inside of the roundabout to begin with. Now, at the next roundabout, they've been asked to go right. Because they're going right, they must always be in the right hand lane. They selected the approach lane correctly. Now, as they entered the roundabout, they did get a bit confused, checked the mirrors, and then moved over to the left. Why they did that, I'm not too sure, but it was done safely, so there isn't any faults there. And the reason for that is they looked to the centre mirror, they looked to the left mirror, made sure it was safe, and then they signalled to move across. Think of it this way, they're just changing lanes. If there would have been somewhere to their side or they hadn't have observed, that would be completely different. Now, because they went the wrong way, they are getting redirected all the way around the roundabout fourth exit. If this ever happens, treat it like a right hand turn. Keep that right signal on until the last exit before yours, centre mirror, left mirror, move over to your lane. And the route is now back on track. As they were coming off of this roundabout, they didn't check their left mirror, but they did check their centre mirror. Nobody was around, nobody was impacted, but they still picked up a fault for this. Now let's see what manoeuvre they end up with today. So it's a nice and easy forward bay park. Absolutely no issues, done perfectly. Now, this car park is quite dead at the moment. During the weekday, it can be quite packed. So this bit they're just emerging from, take your time, as there's normally people driving quite fast to their Pilates lesson or whatever it is they do. Now, down this stretch here at school times, as we all know, it does get packed, but on a Sunday, look at how beautifully quiet this is. From this road here, they are just following it ahead for a while. Returning back to the test centre, let's see if they've been victorious. They're very, very close, only 3 faults. Now, here they do use the right hand lane to go straight ahead, but that's fine because as they approached this bit, they did check their mirrors as they moved back over to the left. That's absolutely fine. They noticed somebody was doing a manoeuvre and there was an oncoming car. They kept things crawling nice and slow. They gave them plenty of space and then they started to move off. That's pretty much it. Further down here, they did another pullover and everything was fine. There was only 3 faults, which is absolutely amazing. Hope you guys found this useful and see you for the next one.